Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Science for Everyone. Today I have brought a very important topic to you people, and the name of the topic is the nutrition type of microorganism. And this topic is very much important for exam point of view, because in this topic there are such type of words that should be known to the students, and these words come in the exam in the form of MCQs, in the form of question. And just because of these terms, many students are confused and they are not able to solve these MCQs. Okay, and I have seen these MCQs in a very competitive exams. So I keep this issue in my mind, and I want to clarify this and clear the concept related to these nutrition type of microorganism and the terms that are used in this topic. Okay, so in the composition of this video is that first I will discuss the nutritional types. Okay, that what type, which nutrition are the microorganisms used, and what are the names that are given to the microorganism on the basis of these nutritional type. And in the second part, then I will discuss that what are the basic tricks that are used to memorize these terms. And at the last, I will show you a special MCQs that is very much important for the exam point of view. So by watching this video, so you will then able to solve these MCQs, and you will able to memorize such type of words easily. Okay, so let's start with the video. First of all, I want to show you that have you heard these names on the basis of nutritional type of microorganism. These terms are used: these photoautoheterotrphs, photoorganohetrotrophs, chemolithoautotrophs, mixotrophs, and the chemoorganohetrotrophs. These are 5 classes of microorganism on the basis of which they are classified. On the basis of nutrition, they are classified. Okay, so these are the terms in which the students are very much confused, and when there are MCQs, so in the choices these terms are given. Okay, so they are confused, the students are confused in these type of terms, that what does this mean. Okay, so in this video I will discuss very much conceptually and easily that what does these terms mean. First of all, I want to tell you that for a microorganism or for a living organism, whether it is unicellular or multicellular, so three types of nutrition are very much important. And these are the first one is the carbon source. There should be a suitable carbon source for a microorganism, so that they could use it, and they could synthesize their macromolecules in the form of polysaccharides, amino acids, and nucleic acids, and pyrimidines, purines, and other organic compounds. Okay, the essential organic compound. So they should have an essential carbon source. So on the basis of carbon source, microorganisms are divided into 2 parts. The first one is the autotrophs, and the second one is the heterotrophs. Just look here, the autotrophs in this category. When if there is a word autotroph, so you can easily say that this microorganism can synthesize their own food, and these are using CO2 as their carbon source. And just remember the photosynthesis process. They use the carbon dioxide, they fix it and synthesizes glucose at the last of the photosynthesis. And this glucose, and then just because of this CO2, the organic molecules are formed by the microorganism or even the other multicellular organism. So when there is autotroph, so the carbon source will be CO2. Keep this word in your mind. The second one is the heterotroph. So just as the name indicates, they cannot synthesize their own food, and they use the food from the organic food from the outside. For example, here is a bacteria. Okay, and they could it cannot synthesize their food, and here are the food materials. Okay, the food particle, so they will engulf it and use it as their carbon source. For example, this is glucose. Okay, so glucose is organic, So what does it do? It engulf it and it metabolize it. Okay. So the heterotroph cannot synthesize their own food. They should take it from the outside, and it could act as their carbon source. Okay. So on the basis of carbon, there are autotrophs and heterotroph. And just remember these terms. Okay, autotroph and heterotroph. It is very much easy. Okay. Now here come the energy source. There should be a suitable energy source for the microorganism. Okay, on the basis of which they could synthesize their ATP. Okay, so energy source for the on the basis of energy source, microorganisms are divided into two parts. The first one is the phototroph, and the second one is the chemotroph. As the name indicates, photo. So photo means light. Okay, so they are using the light energy as their energy source, and they are converting it into chemical energy. Same as the case with the photosynthetic bacteria and the plants. Okay, they capture the sunlight and convert it into chemical energy and store it in the bonds that are present inside the organic molecules. Okay, so on the basis of energy source, phototroph means that they are using light as their energy source. And the second one is the chemotroph. So what does chemotroph means? So chemotroph are the microorganisms. They are using the organic and inorganic compounds as their energy source. For example, there is a bacteria and it cannot use the light so as their energy source. So then they will use the organic and inorganic compound. On the basis of organic compound, we can say that the metabolites, the macromolecules of the Krebs cycle, they are used to synthesize energy. They provide electrons to the NADH, the FADH, and even to the substrate level phosphorylation. They provide energy. Just in the case of the glycolysis and the Krebs cycle, when different components are formed, so there is substrate level phosphorylation where ATP is formed, and they can also denote its electron to the NADH and FADH, and after that these electrons are used in the electron transport chain and synthesize energy. So it comes in the category of organic energy sources. And in the case of inorganic compound, the NO3, the NH3, okay, the NO3, the NH3, the H2S, these act as the electron donors. Okay, they act as they provide energy. In the case they provide electrons, and these this is S. Okay, and they provide electrons, and these electrons travel in the electron transport chain and synthesize ATP. So on the basis of energy source, there is phototrophs and chemotrophs. Keep this thing in your mind. Now here come the last one, is the electron source. Because electrons, due to electrons, when there are electrons, so they travel in the electron transport chain, and after that, when just because of this, they are traveling, a protomotive force is established. The protons move, and gradient is established, and after that they run through the ATPases and ATP is produced. So there should be electron. If there are no electrons, or no ATP will be produced. So there should be electron, and in the basis of electron, microorganisms are divided into two parts: lithotrophs and organotrophs. So when the electrons are given by the inorganic molecules, okay, in the case of the NO3 and the H2S and the NH3, these are the inorganic molecules that provide electrons. Okay, so these are known as inorganic molecules. And when the organic molecules, just like in the case of the glycolysis and the NADH and the FADH, when they provide electron, okay, the metabolites that are present in the glycolysis and the Krebs cycle, when they provide electrons, so then these are known as the organic molecules. Okay, so on the basis of these carbon source, energy source, and electron source, these are divided into two parts. Okay, so just remember these terms: the autotroph, heterotroph, phototroph, and these are mostly same, because just look here. If here is photo, so photo means light. If here is auto, so it can produce its own food with the help of CO2. So you can easily memorize these terms. Okay, now let's proceed further. Now here is a special table in which the microorganisms are divided into 5 categories. Okay, the microorganisms are divided into 5 categories on the basis of their carbon source, energy source, and the electron source. Just look here. The first one is the photo. The first one is the photoautotrophs. So this means that they are using energy as their light, and they are using light as their energy source. Here come the photo. Now here come the litho. So litho means that they are using, as I have told you in the previous table, so they are using electron as their inorganic molecule as their electron source. So here come the litho, and here come the auto. So auto means that they are using carbon as their CO2 as their carbon source. So photolithotroph. These are also known as photolithotrophic autotroph, and a special type of name that is a shorter one, photoautotroph. It is also used for these organisms when they use CO2, light, and inorganic molecule as their carbon source, energy source, and electron source. So this is a simple. This word is a this word should also be in your mind. Photoautotroph. The second one is the photoorganohetrotroph. So as the name indicates, they use sunlight as their energy source. They use organic molecules as their electron source, and they use organic compound as their carbon source. Okay, and just keep this thing in mind that these are special type of organism, that they are flexible. They can also perform photosynthesis. Okay, they are also there are certain species in which they can perform photosynthesis where CO2 is present in the environment. So these are a very flexible type of microorganism. Now here comes the chemolithoautotroph. So as the name indicates, they are using energy as their they are using inorganic chemical as their energy source. They are using inorganic molecule as their electron donors, and they are autotroph. They are using CO2. Okay, so just to compare these terms with these names. Okay, so these such type of names will come in the MCQs, and you will compare it with these. Okay, just keep these terms in your mind. Now here come the chemolithoheterotroph. So as the name indicates, they are using inorganic chemical as their energy source. They are using inorganic molecules as their electron source, and they are taking organic. They are using organic carbon as their carbon source, and these are also known as mixotrophs because they are using inorganic chemical as their energy source and inorganic molecule as their electrons donors, but they are using organic carbon as their carbon source. So just because of this organic carbon, these are known as mixotrophs. Okay, it is also known as chemolithotrophic heterotrophs, as the name indicates. It is just like the first one. Okay, the last one is the chemoorganohetrotrophs. The chemoorganohetrotrophs. So as the name indicates, this is chemo. They are using inorganic molecule, organic molecule as their energy source. They are using organic molecule as their electron source, and they are using organic molecule as their carbon source. So the three one are using organic chemicals. So these are known as chemoorganoheterotrophs, as the name indicates. These are also known as heterotrophs. And I want to clear to you people that most of the pathogenic bacteria, the pathogenic microorganism come in category of the chemoorganoheterotroph because they are using the three of each as organic source. For example, there is a bacteria inside our body, so they are using our nutrients, our organic nutrients. So they are using for their carbon source. So they are taking our organic nutrients from us. So they are and synthesizing their macromolecule. So these are known as carbon source. They are using the organic molecule as their carbon source. The second one is they are using our biosynthetic pathways to take electrons and to take energy from it. So it is also taking place inside our body. So just because of it, most of the pathogenic bacteria come in the category of the chemoorganoheterotroph. In short, it is also known as heterotroph. If there is a word heterotrophs, so you can easily say that these are chemoorganoheterotrophs. Okay, so this was a table, and how to have understand, and these are the examples of these classes. You can study it. First of all, in this slide, I want to tell you guys that how the what are the inorganic electron donors and what are how energy is synthesized. So these are the electron donors and these are the inorganic ones. The organic electron donors are the metabolites that are present in the glycolysis and the Krebs cycles. Okay, the alpha ketoglutarate, the succinyl CoA, the fumarate. These all are the organic electron donors. Okay, but inorganic electron donors are the H2, NO2, NH4, the H2S, and the iron. Okay, these are electron donors, inorganic electron donors. Okay, and these are the products that are formed, and these are the chemical energy that is produced by the inorganic molecules. Okay, so this will help you and clear your mind that how inorganic molecules are used. Okay, in the synthesis in the field of electron donor and acceptor and the production of energy. And the last, I want to tell you that if certain type of there are such type of questions asked in the paper, that either these are the chemolithoautotrophs, these are chemoorganohetrotrophs. Such type of text is there in the exams, and such type of then MCQs are given. Okay, so the trick to remember it, that to solve the MCQs, is that you have to remember a special trick. The uh, E and C. This is a trick you have to use in your mind. Okay, the first E is for the energy. Just write EL and C. So this is the energy source, this is the electron source, and this is the carbon source. Whenever you see a word just like this, so the first word, the first term will indicate the energy source. The second term will indicate the electron source, and the third name will indicate the carbon source. Okay, just look here: energy source, electron source, and the carbon source. Okay, I have arranged it. So for energy source, there are phototrophs and chemotrophs. So if a microorganism that are using inorganic molecule as their energy source, so these will be chemo. Okay, these will be chemo. And if it is using sunlight, so these will be photo. The second one is when they are using electron source. So if they are using inorganic molecules, okay, so here will come the litho. And if they are using organic, so then there will be organo. Okay, keep this thing in mind, as I have told you in the previous video. The third one is the carbon source. Okay, so if they are using CO2, so it will be auto. And if they are using organic molecules, so then it will be hetero. Okay, so here is auto. So if someone asks you that there is a special type of bacteria that are using they are using inorganic molecule as their energy source, they are using inorganic molecule as their electron source, and they are synthesizing they are using CO2 as their carbon source. Okay, so there will be a trick: energy, electron, carbon. So for energy, if it is inorganic, so here will be chemo. If it is inorganic for electron source, so here will be litho. And if it is using CO2, so it will be auto. So you will tick on it that it is satisfying my answer. Okay, so such type of MCQs will come in the exam, and you will solve it with this type of trick. In the last time, I want to share a special MCQ that have come in a competitive exam. Such type of MCQs will come. So just look here how you will solve it. There are some bacteria. Just this is the text, the description. Some bacteria can use CO2 as their sole carbon. So just underline it. Okay, CO2 as their sole carbon. So keep in your mind when it is using CO2. So here is the auto. Okay, here is the auto. Now, second, and obtaining energy by oxidation and reduction of inorganic. And just keep this thing in mind. When a bacteria is using inorganic molecule as their energy source, So here, then here the first term will be the chemo. Okay, the first term will be the chemo, and just memorize this trick in your mind. The E, as I have En, El, and C. This is the energy electron in the carbon. So just now look here. They are using CO2 as their sole carbon and using inorganic molecule as their energy source. So just look here, just coming from the downside. Here is photo and photo. And photo is used for the solar energy, for the light energy. So these two are not in our choice, because they are using sunlight as their energy source. And here we have written that they are using inorganic substances as their energy source. Now here is chemo and chemo. So now you will look that, just look here, they are using CO2 as their sole carbon. And for CO2 using as their sole carbon, there will be autotroph, not heterotroph. So here is heterotroph. So this means that they are using organic or inorganic molecule as their carbon source. So this is also known in our choice. The last one is that this is now suitable for our choice, because they are using inorganic molecules as their energy source. They are using inorganic molecule as their electron source, and these are troughs, autotrophs, because here there is no autotrophs, so it means that it is autotroph. If there is nothing, just troph, so you can easily say that these are autotrophs, because here is a choice heterotrophs. So then there will be a confusion. So chemolithotroph is the correct answer. If here is the chemolithoautotroph, so then it will be very much easier for us. Okay, so this is our correct answer. So you will use this trick to solve this type of MCQs. Okay, so hope you have understand this video well. I think you have get all the idea I was telling you, and these are the nutritional type of microorganisms. Okay, and if you have any questions, so you can ask me in the comment box. I will answer you there. Okay, and if you have understand this video, so click the like button, share it with your friend, and subscribe to my channel for more interesting and conceptual videos. Thank you very much. God bless you.